Good morning. Well, this is the week we all celebrate Valentine's Day, a holiday that maybe is a little over-commercialized, but has become a big one all throughout the world. The origins of this holiday are a little bit murky. We know that it's named after Saint Valentine, but we don't know who Valentine was exactly. There were multiple Valentines or Valentinuses who were executed for various acts around 270 AD. One of those was killed because he continued to perform marriages for young men after the Emperor Claudius disallowed this practice. Another was one who helped Christians escape from prison when they were being persecuted. And in fact, it is this one who is thought to have sent the first Valentine's card when he sent a note to the jailer's daughter and signed it, "From your Valentine." But with all of that, it really wasn't a holiday until around the 5th century, when the Pope Gelasius used Valentine's Day as a way to replace the Feast of Lupercalia, which was a pagan holiday the Romans had put together that celebrated mating rituals. Even with that, it wasn't until many, many years later that this was a holiday that was focused on romance and love. It was 1375 during the Middle Ages when Chaucer wrote a poem about the mating habits of birds, and he put that poem in the Valentine's Day setting. It was about 40 years later that a man by the name of Charles, Duke of Orleans, wrote a beautiful love poem to his wife on Valentine's Day. And that poem is still preserved in the British Library in London. By the 16th and 17th centuries, it was fairly common for those who were literate to write notes on Valentine's Day and send it to loved ones. It wasn't until the 18th century that you started seeing mass production of these notes. In fact, in 1861, a man by the name of Richard Cadbury, you might recognize that name, began producing chocolates, putting them in heart-shaped boxes with pictures of Cupid on the cover. And those became part of the Valentine's Day celebration. In 1913, a little company by the name of Hallmark began producing Valentine's Day cards. And the rest, as they say, is history. It is suggested that today, over 190 million Valentine's Day cards will be sent out. And that doesn't include the ones that kids will be distributing at their school parties. Although we don't really understand how Valentine's Day got started, there's something about the need inside of each of us to express love and to have love expressed to us that is deep within us. God recognized that in the very beginning when he saw that Adam was alone and it wasn't good for him to be alone. So he created Eve to be his partner, to be his helpmate. We see the beautiful story of Song of Solomon, the poem of love between a man and his lover. We see the beautiful poem of 1 Corinthians 13 that ends with the phrase, "And so these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love." Love is an expression that came from God and is one that he has set within us to express both to him and to those around us. Yes, Valentine's Day might be a little bit commercialized, but what a wonderful time to stop, to take a moment to express your love to those closest to you. Have a great Valentine's Day and have a great week.